Yep. Hello, everyone, and welcome to one more proactive Skype broadcast. Today, we are going to be talking about project for the web and the Power Platform. We are going to be giving you an overview of how these two words can really help your organization take full control of your portfolio of projects. I would like to start with a quick introduction about myself. My name is Alan Rocha. I'm the Director of Project Services and Operations at Proactive, part of the Fellowmind group. And I have been working on this field for over 17 years. I wrote quite a few books about it. Actually, there are 700 pages about this Microsoft project. And I'm also a Microsoft MVP, which stands for Most Valuable Professional, for over 10 years, which I'm extremely proud of it. And moving on, I would like to give you a quick introduction about the project and portfolio management in the unified world, and also tell you a little bit of the modern work management problems. And we're all aware of those problems, but it's just highlighting that we know that people are working everywhere. They're working with different tools, and people would like to choose their own tools. And that makes much more complicated for you to actually take control of what is going on in your organization. We have those accidental PMs, or we call it the millennials, and they would like actually to work in a simple, very visual and modern interface. We also have business processes across all different departments and units in your organization. So how you can take full control and care of those things. And we can never forget about the compliance in a single source of truth, using a very powerful platform that can ensure a good strategy within your organization. So with all that said, we came with the modern work management solutions. And basically every product and project we work with, they have to be versatile. They have to actually be integrated. They have to be transparent and also intuitive within your organization. We can start fast and really empower our users if we take those 4 pillars as core for our implementations. Then, how we can use modern work management strategies to really push and go to another level within our project and portfolio management. And we all know that with these solutions, you start getting the big picture of everything, so you can actually make better decisions. You can work the way you want, so you can get more things done. You can also start fast, and with that, deliver quicker to your organization. Model your own process in your own way, so you run the business on your own way. And remember, focus on the business and not on the technology, so you can become more innovative and confident whatever you are doing within your organization. With that said, here at Proactive, we have developed these 3 pillars that we work within our customers and projects. Basically, we go from the EPMO level, which stands for Enterprise Portfolio Management Office. Then we jump PMO level, which is the Project Management Office, and then the project teams, which are actually the base of these pillars. On the EPMO level, we have to take care of the portfolio level and the strategy of my organization, looking at roadmaps, pipelines, and still doing some project and portfolio management as well. But when we go one level down on the PMO level, we need to take care of the resource management capabilities within my department, governance around that specific department, and also how we can provide good templates, what is a project, and also the frameworks that should be available to your specific department or business unit. When we go on the project team level, we need to ensure full collaborative work. We need to make sure that the teams are working together, and not only that, enable the right tools in the right time. Based on that, we also cannot forget about mobility. In today's world, when we are even on the COVID or Corona times, we need to make sure that you can work from anywhere. We have to ensure that they know which task they work on to improve their productivity. There is no one tool rules all, and we all know that. And that's for that reason, we actually embed and we use different components within the Microsoft platform to ensure that this ecosystem is really working. And I'm repeating this word ecosystem because the ecosystem is actually what a lot of other companies have been taking advantage for many years, but now it's our time. Microsoft finally was able to really build this very solid ecosystem of platform or tools and services to ensure that we are now able to build what we call the modern toolset. The modern toolset is a selection of right apps and applications that are actually belonging to your Office 365 or Microsoft products and building this very, very innovative and modern workplace for projects. Microsoft Project, as we know for many years, has changed, and Microsoft has reimagined this tool based on an extensive customer engagement, looking at really trying to understand the real demand for modern work management. Not only that, but it's designed to meet the future needs, so it's modern, it's completely delivered on the web interface. So no installation, you have full accessibility, but also built on the most trust and secure cloud platform within the market, which is the Microsoft Cloud. Jumping into that, we now live in a world that is fully connected. It's one platform that manages everything. That means we are now not only a piece. If you look here where Project for the Web is located, it's part of a much bigger and broader overview within your platform. We can now be sharing the same database with several other applications, and this is called the CDS, or the Common Data Service. Basically, all that data goes to one big database, ensuring that the data can be easily transmitted and exchanged between different apps. We cannot forget about the Power Platform, which is playing a bigger role within these new applications. Microsoft Power Platform brings this concept of low code, no code. That means you can be a citizen developer. You can actually build very comprehensive and advanced solutions without developing code or compiling your codes. Basically, all this information can be exchanged between different platforms without any compilation or extensive code behind that. What we have done, we actually incorporated our project management tools, which is Project for the Web, and our collaborative and communication tool, Teams, to ensure that all those apps and solutions are talking to each other all the time. This is an overview of how we take full advantage on a PPM solution within our customers. And basically, we have what we call the project home, where all your projects are located. And if you go a little bit down, you'll be able to see that now we have the roadmaps, which gives you a high-level overview of all projects. And at the same time, the project for the web. The project for the web will give you a much more detailed overview of that specific initiative. But then we connect those projects with Office 365 groups that become teams for collaboration within the team members in that specific project. We cannot forget about the Power Platform, which enables the apps that get access and becomes the interface with the users. I will show you a little bit how this works, but it's an extremely fast and modern layout. On top of all of this, we use Power BI to get insights of all that data and clear visibility within your portfolio of projects. We, of course, use Power Automate to make some workflows and business process within the system, and Outlook for not only notifications, but even data collection. That means we can use actionable emails to collect that data and save directly within our CDS database. I would like to also remark that there is an announcement from Microsoft of a new offer coming in within the couple months called Project Operations. This will incorporate the Microsoft Project for the Web within the Dynamics platform. So stay tuned, because we're going to be having a webinar exclusively about that. Now let's go for the Project for the Web and the Power Platform within a set of accelerators we have created here at Proactive called the Unified PPM Pro. Let's start, of course, you can also take a look at the Microsoft App Source, where we actually host and we have that information available for anyone in the world to get access to that information. Keep in mind our pillars. We cannot forget, let's start from the EPMO level, where I need to take a full overview from the top till the bottom. This tool is was built to give you a high-level overview of your projects. You don't need to go into the details, but you can see on a clear and graphical visualization all your projects, how they are actually performing in regards of coloring and KPIs, and also define your own key dates on top of that. This tool was made for the high-level overview, but can be inclusively shared within your organization. So you can actually share this with specific departments, only looking at the projects that you are taking care of. Moving a little bit further, we use Power BI embedded within our application to give you a clear overview of your portfolio with a graphical visualization, including some KPIs on top of that. That means I don't even need to leave my solution to take full care of all my projects, how they're performing, and maybe how much it costs each one of them. Moving on, we also have to support a more adaptive portfolio, and we use actually a solution called One Plan to take full advantage of all of this. We can bring Azure DevOps projects, Dynamics 365, Planner, Jira, and other applications within the same solution, enabling your organization to really take full picture of all applications and solutions across not only Microsoft platform, but also other platforms. Now we move into a single source of truth. That means, how can I get full visibility of all my projects, a central access for all that information that can give me not only as a unified interface, but gives me the power of KPIs visualization. I have live connected charts within the solution and also auto-editing or inline editing within the application. So basically, when you go to that specific scenario, I would like to show you quickly here. If I open my solution, this is an example of how the interface looks like, and you can just by clicking make filters dynamically within your solution. So if I would like to see project by status, all projects that are green, there we go. And take attention of the speed of the solution. It's really, really fast and really responsive. Moving on. The solution comes with integrated dashboards. Those dashboards are also lively connected to your data. They can be built either in Power BI or using the Dynamics 365 platform. What is really interesting within those dashboards, because they are also interactive. So if I go for my portfolio overview, when I access that portfolio overview, I'm able to lively see all that data and even navigate or see in details each one of those charts. I can expand that chart and see with more information, see which project is performing better than others. So it's a very easy way for your organization to get full access to all those data in a lively connected data source. Moving into the PMO part, we enable another app, or even, I would say, an integrated solution for demand management. In that solution, I'm able to collect and easily collect all ideas coming to my portfolio without really disturbing or polluting my entire portfolio of execution projects. This can be separated and can also be incorporated with Innovation Challenge. How you can get your organization's process right. Basically, we are able to embed your processes in the way you work with your projects in the solution. Each one of these stages can be defined based on your methodology. We actually support most of the methodologies, and it's extremely configurable. So it's not only telling you what you have to do on each one of these stages, but also telling you what are the requirements that that stage is requiring from you. So if I access one of my projects and I look at this specific project that it is on the proposal phase. If I change one specific item, take a look that the entire process has changed. This gives a very good guidance to the users of what they have to do and which phase they have to do it. One thing we also take care is adoption, and we can never forget of how you can take advantage of a built-in training tool. If you go back to the solution and you have some questions, you're able to just click on your question mark and easily get a full help page configurable for your solution. When you actually click on a specific item, it will automatically get you that information telling you what is the description, what is the project description, and all the fields and descriptions of your fields can be done here. This can be as a guidance for all your project managers. Moving on. We use the Microsoft Power Platform on top of the CDS to normalize all your project data. And what that means, you have easy access to change and modify your project data with few and quick clicks. So if I would like to change my status KPI to just yellow, there we go. One click, 1 second, and it's done. But most important, if I would like to set this project as part of a portfolio, I can even set that within what we call the entities within the Microsoft Power Platform. When I open that specific item, and now I'm looking at the entire portfolio of projects where I can track some targets, and I can even see which projects are belonging to that portfolio, which makes much easier for organizations to roll up that information and take full control of programs and portfolios within your organization. We have our own status and tracking control page. That means you are now able to fully take control of all the status of your project in regards of scope, issues, risks. This not only gives you an overview of all the status and health of your project, but also historical information, giving you prediction analytic algorithms or even trend analysis on top of that data. It's extremely easy for you to navigate and see what was the cause of each one of those items. If you just open, you can see these actually resources are working from home, and actually I have COVID-19 still here. So even the description of those issues can be tracked within the tool. The tool comes with full audit tracking. That means everything is changed that has been changed is tracked by the user, who has done, when was done, and what has changed. In a very, very simple way, you can actually make track changes, everything within your projects. We, of course, support Microsoft Teams. Everything is running with a Microsoft Teams integration where you have full access of your projects. Not only that, we at Proactive have built our own Teams app that gives you dedicated access to your project and portfolio management tool. We have a modern world where mobility is a very important point. The tool is fully responsive. It adjusts with the type of device you are using. That means I'm not only reading that information, but I'm also interacting with that information. So you can actually, within your mobile app, change information within directly the system and use. So if you are in a commute, you can update your project status, resend a new survey, or so on. Any kind of information can be updated through Teams. Then we go for a very, very powerful interface that takes full advantage of the Microsoft Project for the Web schedule. And Microsoft did a very interesting move here because for many, many years we had three profiles of users. We have the Excel lovers, we had the Kanban lovers, and the traditional project managers. And with these two, we were finally able to satisfy all of those profiles. As you see here, this is a grid view of all my project. In a very, very clear overview, you can look at all your tasks on a work breakdown structure, who is executing or performing that task, the amount of duration. And remember, behind the scenes, there is the Microsoft project scheduling engine running and ensuring that you have a realistic project plan. But now, within this new project for the web, we are now able to satisfy the Kanban or Agile lovers. It comes with a built-in board view, which translates your project information into a Kanban look-like or a board view. So if you are a lover of Microsoft Planner, you are going to love this because it comes with even more features. And we can never forget about the traditional project managers. That means we can now have the Gantt chart, or we call it the timeline view, fully interactive for project managers that are born today or from the long time to work with their plans in a very, very graphical way and realistic schedules. Nowadays, we can also not forget about resource requirements and resource management. And that's why everything that is done within the tool, every aspect that you have built your project plan with Project for the Web, it's synchronized with the resource management capabilities within Dynamics 365. Yes, so basically you get a summary information of all your resources coming from the Project for the Web, and you can create this, what we call requirements or requests of resources that will become kind of a handshake between a project manager and a resource manager. With graphical visualization, you're able to see how much you are using, how much you are actually selected, and even more than that. So if I take a look quickly here and I go for my Teams view, I can see all the information coming directly from my project plan, what I have requested to be part of my project, so I get a formal agreement within the organization with the users I can use, and even graphical visualization in regards of usage of a resource by months or even costs if you are working with costs on top of those resources. The tool is not only enabling users and organizations to take full control of the resource, but also optimize their resource scheduling and allocation. Every request that is coming through these projects are going to a very graphical visualization called schedule board. On the schedule board, you can clearly see all the over-allocated resource, which new requests you got, and if you can even optimize matching skill level, preferred resource, and any type of preferences within your resource that you want. And this tool is not only allowing you to actually give that, but it matches with a perfect resource that has availability within the moment and within the same location at your office. So you can take full control over your resource management and allocations within this tool. We cannot forget about financial overview, and that's why we have developed our own financial module that is incorporated with the project for the web and Power Platform, allowing you to synchronize with your own ERP information, bringing actual data, controlling not only the budget, but the realized data and costs as well. And we have embedded a simulation tool within the tool that allows you to snapshot that data, making visible and available for the users review of previous approved budgets, and also a trending analysis of how much that project has changed over time. We come, of course, with risk management, issues management modules, including some graphical visualizations as a matrix, risk matrix chart. And basically, this is going to a big risk pool of your entire organization, so you have quick access of all active risks, risks that are assigned to specific resources and fully connected to your project information. We use the post check, or we use actually a lot of capabilities across Office 365 Word. That means when we need to collect feedback from users, we use actionable emails that can be sent and be answered directly into your Outlook tool. That means that there is no excuse for people now not answering a survey, or maybe collaborating on even status reports can be filled out directly in your Outlook email. Power BI with this new platform, it's fully integrated. That means we can incorporate Power BI reports directly within my project context, giving me a very realistic overview and graphical visualization of my project. In this case, we are building what we call a one-pager, and that one-pager is giving all the information needed for a project manager to communicate with the organization what is going on that project. The tool also comes with generations of documents. We have developed our own PowerPoint generator, but built-in, you get a Word generation of documents or templates. So basically, what you need to do is when you go back to your project, you can automatically check all the templates that are available for you and select a specific template. This is my status report that I have to do every week or maybe every second week. And basically, the system is collecting all that data automatically for me and pushing into a Word document that can be consumed by my users. Another thing we have done is enabling the Office 365 group collaboration. Every project gets an Office 365 group and a team dedicated for the project team. That means when you're working with an Office 365, you get full capabilities of Office 365 with a dedicated email, a calendar, planner plans connected to the project, and the permissions are also synchronized between the project plan and the Office 365 group and teams. That gives you a much easier maintenance of that project, an easy way to collaborate within your organization. We cannot forget that documents are very important. And if those documents are placed within your Office 365 environment, you would like also to have access within the same environment. So when I go back here, by the way, this is my Word document that was just generated. I will open. And you see, that's a completely business case filled out by the system with risk information, with lessons learned, and so on. And when I go for my documents, I can access just through the tab, and it will automatically bring all documents related to that specific project for me directly within my environment. So the project manager doesn't need to go anywhere. But remember, if I'm a project manager, I would like to work on this specific workspace. But if I'm a team member, I would like to work on Teams. And the same documents are shared across different platforms. All documents is one single source of truth, but they are accessible through different platforms. We have also embedded for customers who needs to build templates within the Office 365 groups. We have interactive governance for Microsoft Teams, which allows you to add governance on creations of those Office 365 groups. Time registration prioritization completely built in within the system, allowing you to time register on the tasks assigned to the users as an app within your Microsoft Teams application. If you need to integrate with Microsoft Azure DevOps, we also support that, integrating not only financial and resource management part, but even allowing you to be part of one unique portfolio. So your projects in Azure DevOps can now be part of a very solid and unique portfolio of projects. We have built in, based on the implement half-double methodology, a priority grid, allowing you for graphic visualize all your priorities within your projects. How much is the business value generated for this project? What is actually the time criticality for this project? We have some mathematical calculations that will give you a portfolio weight, telling you which project is a sure winner, which project has 50-50 or has a fair chance of success. So it's very important for you to actually take a look at this prioritization grid. Even if you want to do portfolio simulation, when you see overall locations, you are able to just drag and drop items by looking at which project should be part of my portfolio. I can save multiple scenarios and also just move them by dragging and drop to over or de-over allocate my resources. This is actually a built-in tool that we have done on top of it. If you need to integrate with other platforms, we use a vast catalog of connectors from one connect, and you can actually integrate with several different systems by plug and play within our application. We cannot forget about the AI builder. Because now we are in the CDS or the Power Platform, you're able to create prediction algorithms and prediction analytics AI builders directly from the system. So basically, you connect with that data, select what is the output, and the tool will give you what is the expected value based on previous information. All of this without any extra infrastructure, because we are all on the same platform called Microsoft Power Platform. Power BI reports go far beyond my explanation. You can dream about the reports you want to use, and you can use them the way you want for different perspectives, or even capacity management, or maybe resource analysis reports. So all of that information, it's one unique place. Power BI reports can also be able to look at your financial information, not only coming from the PPM system, but also coming from other systems. All of this is what I have to show to you guys today. Sorry if I speak too fast, but I had only 30 minutes, and I can see I'm almost about time. All your questions will be consolidated and actually answered within an email after this presentation. I can only say thank you to all of you, and yeah, have a great day.